were younger once, young and virile with many sons to come.
That would be a miracle.
I wouldn't put it past it. Anyway. Back in the olden days when Avacal was young, there reigned a great prince, and his name was Ivar. And with him, he made Princess Asni. And to their wise gaze, they saw something special in a young man who fought, who loved horses, who joy and the history of this great dream. This young man developed, in aspects of service, the dangerous dance of steel. He rode, he traveled, fought, won word fame in many kingdoms. He served as Queen's champion, a principality champion, a champion of the great barony of Borealis. He has been with Avacal since it was born as a kingdom, and his arms are augmented to show his commitment to this kingdom. Long has he shown prowess with blade and buckler. So now, with your Majesty's permission, would you summon your Masters of Defense?
Please bring forward the Masters of Defense.
Would all members of the Order of the Masters of Defense come before the King and Queen of Avacal?
Masters of Defense, you brought forward a name. What is the name that you brought forward to us?
Majesty's name is Clann Gunn.
Robert of Clann Gunn, please present yourselves before their Majesties.
Shoulder, forward!
All right.
Halt! Turn face! Present arms! And arc!
I'm not good at this.
Present! Shoulder, halt!
Don't mind me, I got no.
Would they who would speak for the royal peers please speak before their Majesties?
Baron Robert, if you would hear of your word fame, please bring forward all your peers.
Your Majesties, may I address your populace? Thank you. These words are Countess Elaine. She was unable to be here, but she wanted to give you a special speech upon this day. I'm not going to try and do the voice. Robert was one of the first people I met over 15 years ago. Robert has never been a silver-tongued devil. However, regardless of what comes out of his mouth, his heart is always kind and well-intentioned. He has always been the first to help, regardless of who needs him or the vast amount of inconvenience it causes him to do so. Robert is loyal both to his friends and his opinions, and will defend both with the passion of the Master of Defense. He will be a fine addition to that order, adding to his passion, loyalty, and noble heart that defending Avacal deserves. Let it be known that Robert has our support, and as he starts this new chapter as a Master of Defense, we stand by him.
Cannot speak, as you may have guessed, to Robert's work on the field of combat. I am not precisely martially inclined. My battlefield is more fought with pins and needles and thread, and sometimes, my dear friend, it is a battle. But I can speak to his worth as a peer, to his loyalty, to his service, to his remarkable ability to walk with both feet in his mouth, and to the grace and decency with which he apologizes afterwards. Your Majesty, regardless of the peerage to which he is admitted, he is a valuable addition to your councils, and I am right glad that the Order of Defense has seen fit to claim him. By your leave.
Good people assembled here, I speak on behalf of this man, Robert, as a member of the Order of Chivalry. I have, in service to the kingdom, taken to the field many times for this kingdom, and I have seen Robert there time and time again. He is a good and loyal servant of our realm, and his presence on the war field has always been a welcome sight. He fights with the tenacity of probably 2 or 3 people at least, maybe more, on the war field.
I beg to differ.
He takes out many enemies and has spread the name of Avacal far and wide and made people respect it and fear it. You've already spoken of his chivalry and service, as have you. I'm not going to talk on those points. Robert's martial prowess is an asset to our kingdom, and the Order of Defense has made an excellent decision. Thank you.
Your Majesties, if I may, I bear the missive of Mistress Saw on behalf of Robert. I will speak to Robert's service. Many do not know all of the service Robert has done. A lot of his service is done behind the scenes, before an event, or even quietly done at events. Robert often traveled to the Shire of Vineyard while I lived there to teach rapier. Often it was just he and I, but he came and taught and always had a smile on his face. If you mention a simple task that needs to be accomplished, Robert will just go and do it rather than wait to be asked. He will help set up and take down camp or sunshades, and will often just organize people to help out. I am often surprised that the task was accomplished before I even thought of getting started. I remember Robert going the extra mile to retrieve a forgotten item for the then Prince of Avacal. Robert may have even scaled a 2-story brick wall to do so. I have watched Robert on his personal path of growth and to work diligently on bettering himself over the past many years. Robert, like all of us, may not be perfect, but he is thoughtful and generous and would give you the shirt off his back should you need it. Robert will be a fine addition to the order.
Not easy for me. Robert is, always has been, ever since I've known him, a great diverse fighter on the field. He's constantly changing up what he's using to fight with. He's at the top of the fighting pool in his prowess and his skill. He's constantly teaching. He doesn't do a formal teaching class. He is great at the individual, the encouragement, the promotion. These are the attributes that Robert will be bringing into the rapier community. We've already heard the great things he does for all of Avacal. He is a peer, as we've heard from the peers already. He will be showing the rapier community. He will be a valuable addition into our council to help provide counsel to you to help grow a very important part of our kingdom. I want to thank you for considering him. I want to thank Robert for walking this strong, difficult path at times. And I want to thank him for the joy he brings to others on the field and off the field. Your Majesties, Robert is an amazing candidate. Please consider him for this order.
I have a gift.
Thank you.
So when our wonderful kingdom,
Sorry.
Kingdom,
Not me
the members of defense were formed, and the queen back then, an old lady, decided to give each and every one of them a chocolate. A chocolate, this one has gun. For Robert of Clann Gunn in gold. And I hope to carry this tradition forward, to bring each one that comes forward. And I'm so very proud today that you are being asked. And I hope that you will share your chocolate. I will put it on the table for you, or would you like it to go to one of your ladies? Okay? Thank you, Your Majesties, for allowing me to speak. Thank you, Robert.
Masters of the Order of Defense, you've heard the words today spoken by others. Do you still wish to admit him to your order?
Yes, Your Majesty.
The question now comes to you, Baron Robert. I have known you for quite some time. When I started in the rapier field many, many years ago, there was one gentle that got me started. This man here in front of me. When I took time away to take a break for family and life balance, and I just whispered the words that I'd like to get back into fencing again, who was the first person who came to me? Robert. Not only did he provide me an entire set of garb, who is passed down from Her Excellency somewhere, I'm not sure where she is, but also a sword, rapier, a dagger, gloves, and a mask for as long as I needed them to. It is with great honor that you are in front of us today, and specifically me today, because of the work that you have done and the grace that you have provided onto the field of rapier. So we are now asking you, this is a peerage that you're being elevated to. Are you ready for the roles and responsibilities cast upon you? Are you ready to take your oath to go through this to become a peer of Avacal?
I am.
Which do you wish to swear your oath?
I wish to swear the oath on the sword of my great aunt. It was the first sword given to me by my great aunt before I joined the SCA.
Do you, Robert of Clann Gunn, swear to continue to conduct yourself as an exemplar of chivalry, honor, both on and off the field of combat, to increase your labors to the benefit of the realms, and to seek to disseminate your skills and talents throughout the kingdoms of the known world, training others in the ways of the order of defense as far as in your power?
I so swear.
Robert, 18 years ago, a young man's name was brought forward to we, the Prince and Princess, to receive his award of arms. And now it is our great pleasure to elevate you as a peer. This bookends your experience quite nicely. And that kind of symmetry makes my heart happy. Would you now swear fealty to the crown?
Yes, I would.
On what symbol would you swear?
The sword of state.
This sword, Robert, holds many oaths. If you touch it, you can feel the gravity of the oaths that it holds. I would be proud to lay your oath upon the sword as well.
To be a true subject of the crown, as serving the crown with life and property, to obey the crown's lawful commands, and to unite with the other masters of defense, to not teach or associate with suspect peoples, such as murderers, thieves, drunkards, and quarrelers, any game, prize, or play at weapons, to give true judgment without favor or hatred, to be merciful when I may have the upper hand, to give aid and strength and to support all masters and provosts and all members of the populace, to not teach another master's scholar or provost without their permission, to sustain and enhance the sport of rapier by aiding all who run tournaments, by marshalling, setting up a prize, or offering training.
We hear your words, all of them, except your bond.
And in return, you have a place at our table,
Drink to one.
a roof to shelter you,
Good company to cheer. We swear to defend you and these lands, so long as we remain your rightful sovereigns. So say we, I, King Avacal.
so say we, as me, Queen Avacal. Bring forth the medallion, and please speak of its lineage if it has.
This collar and medallion were presented to me by the first king and queen of Avacal. Its lineage is short. It has been worn only by me, but it represents the once and future history of this kingdom. There are gaps on it where others can add their own ensigns. Robert, please add yours, and then pass it on to others that they may add as well.
Take from our hands this medallion and this collar, so that others may know that you represent the order and understand the honor that was bestows a peer of Avacal.
Bring forth the staff.
Your Majesties, Master Tonus was unable to be here today as he is off to Lockhack right now. He asked his staff to pass on.
Robert, take this staff from us, and with it, marshal our forces on the field, and let all who see know that you speak with authority and prowess, and your words carry the weight of an order behind them.
Bring forth the book. Please take this book from our hands, and with it, please write inside of it your manual that you will pass on to all the provosts and those you are going to teach and be taught by.
Your sword to receive your doublet. Champion.
I dub thee once. I dub thee twice. I dub thee Master of the Order of Defense of Avacal and of the Society.
The vigilant will now receive the buffet, a blow to the face. A buffet is a symbolic gesture and is traditional both historically and in the SCA. It is given at the request of the vigilant and in the consent of both the vigilant and the crown. It represents the burden of peerage and the entrance into an order that is bigger than any one person. It is a symbol of respect, a badge of honor.
Do you wish to receive a buffet?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I have consent.
Let it be known that on this day, Robert of Clann Gunn has been admitted to the right and noble order of defense and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of Avacal.